Howdy, y'all. Gonna be doing some things on the truck today. As you see, it's kind of mostly pulled apart because I'm having problems with this. Um, in case y'all know, a few months ago, Florida's hit with a couple of hurricanes, Hurricane Ian and I think Nicole. And though the Hurricane Nicole has nothing to do with this engine or this truck in general, I went through a water puddle trying to get to work. Where I'm at, I was practically stranded on the desert island for like 3 days. And, you can't miss work for that much long because not only. Anyway, you know what I mean. I went through a water puddle, and even though it was going slow, it was enough to get over the grill. I was probably maybe only go like 2-3 miles an hour. And I believe this engine took on some water and either bent the valve or popped the head gas or something like that. But either way, this engine is not running right. When it is running, it's popping out of the exhaust. There's blow by coming out of the breather tube right here, and there's also steam coming out the water ports. So this engine is definitely not happy. I think this engine is technically rebuildable, but I think I'm going to take the opportunity to just pull this engine out and throw a Hemi in here, specifically a 5.7 liter. Now, I would love to put a 6.1 or 6.4 in here, but those are going to be too expensive. A 570 I get out of a junkyard, like $600 to $700, maybe a little bit more, a little less, depending on the yard itself. Any day. Before I throw that engine there, I would do the reliability mods, like a bigger oil pump, better oil pan, yada yada yada. And I'll document that process as well, much like I did with when I upgraded this engine. But anyway, I'm just gonna start stripping some of this stuff down that I know I could sell, like the intake, the valve covers, the rockers, the arms, maybe the camshaft in there. The good news is, although the oil is looking like diesel oil, it's not milky. So, as far as I know, that if the head gaskets did pop, it's not leaking coolant into the oil. I think it's leaking combustion gases into the exhaust or whatnot. I don't know. Well, anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this intake off, the valve covers, the rockers, the camshaft, the timing cover, and sell it all off to help fund the Hemi project. So, there's that. So I kind of want to give you guys a little heads up what's going on, why I haven't been posting, and what's going on with the truck. Obviously, just buying a new truck probably a lot more financially viable, but this truck's very sentimental to me, and if I could keep this truck on the road, I'm going to keep it on the road. Also, when I do the Hemi swap, I'm going to clean up the engine bay, and I'm probably going to greatly improve the wiring situation. With the engine out of the way, I'll be able to get in there and patch up the firewall where some of the unused holes are, and I'll be able to tidy up the wiring quite a bit, like the fuel pump wiring I have over here, the wiring goes across, the AC wiring. I'll probably put a distribution block somewhere on the firewall, probably on the back up against right here, with the wiper motors to that way I have a block for the ground and block for the main power. It'll be nice. It'll be better. Well, it won't be nice, but it'll be better than what it is. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going to be. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks I'll be able to get everything. I'll probably try to get the Hemi first. That way I get that stripped down, resealed, modified, and put together before I could throw it in here. I'm probably not going to document removing this engine because it's pretty straightforward. We got the 6 bolts on the 6 to 8 bolts on the transmission, more or less if it's automatic or not. 2 bolts that hold the motor mounts to the engine, main wire harness, and whatever vacuum lines you have, and it will pop right out. That goes the same with the 3.9 liter, the 5.9 liter, and of course the 318. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it off. You know what to do, like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all in the next video. Alright, just real quick, I'm gonna just throw this into the end of this video. I pretty much tore everything I want down, minus the timing cover at the pull, get the pulley to pull the pulley off, or the harmonic balancer off, because I'm probably going to try to sell this, same thing with the alternator bracket, just because. Anyway, I think I figured out why this engine does not run right. Look at that, right there. Look how grooved that is, and I could definitely catch up my fingernail. A couple of these aren't too bad. This back one's really bad. Like, that's at least like a millimeter 8 into that camshaft. I took the spark plugs out, kind of make it a little easier. So yeah, I think the reason why this engine does not run, or does not run properly no more, is because it ate the camshaft somehow. This is already a reground cam, so I'm wondering if it wasn't heat treated properly. Because all what through the lifters seem fine. 2 of the bad lifters just has a little bit of skirt wear, which I think is just might be an installation error. But only one of them has a bad roller on it, where it's rolling, but it has kind of like that skippy feeling. So theoretically, new camshaft on this engine, it'll probably run fine. But my worry is all this metal is going to be in that oil, which means it's going to be in the bearings, the camshaft bearings, all the little rollers for the roller lifters. I was going to sell those. I don't know if I can now. They might be okay. They seem to move fine, but I don't know. I do have an OEM oil filter on there, so hopefully I caught all that, but I doubt it. I don't know, because the oil pump is going to be bad on this now. So yeah, I say this block is more than likely rebuildable. I won't know until I pull the heads off, which I may or may not actually do, because I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm deeming the cause of this engine failing is due to a failed camshaft. That's unfortunate. Some close-up of that camshaft. Got the macro lens on here. And look at that one. That one's got some chatter marks in it. Those don't look too bad. Once you get to the back of the engine, get that really bad one right there. So yeah, I'm try to flip this around real quick. Yeah, a lot of these don't look too bad, but still, those several lobes are definitely eaten into. Those are definitely the reason why this thing's running like trash. So, have me time, I guess.